Get ready for a shock. The real culprits behind hemorrhoids in adults are not what doctors traditionally say. It's not just about straining in the bathroom or eating spicy food. They are three modern habits so normalized, so deeply integrated into adult life, that 97% of people practice them daily, thinking they're harmless or even necessary. And the most disturbing part? You are probably doing at least two of them right now. It's 6 a.m. and the alarm rings. Maria, 35, jumps out of bed straight into her sacred workout routine. 1 hour of intense spinning, sweating buckets, feeling powerful. Little does she know she is creating the perfect storm for severe hemorrhoids. Across town, João, 42, has already been at his desk for an hour. It will be another 12-hour sitting marathon, like every day, building his career and his hemorrhoids simultaneously. At night, Paula, 28, scrolls through Instagram in bed until 2 a.m., the hypnotizing blue light robbing her of sleep and silently inflaming her hemorrhoidal veins. 3 responsible adults. 3 routines considered normal, or even admirable.
3 hemorrhoid time bombs programmed by modern life.
In the next few minutes, we're going to expose the 3 biggest culprits behind hemorrhoids in adults. Habits that society not only accepts but glorifies, while millions silently suffer the consequences. If you're between 25 and 60 and dealing with hemorrhoids that seem to appear out of nowhere, if you've tried all the conventional treatments without lasting success, or if you want to understand why modern adults have 400% more hemorrhoids than past generations, this video holds answers that will revolutionize your understanding. Subscribe right now and turn on all notifications. Every week we destroy medical myths and reveal truths that can change your life. This is exclusive knowledge you won't hear in conventional doctors' offices. The first major culprit is the most shocking because it contradicts everything we're taught about health: intense and prolonged physical exercise. Yes, that gym routine you follow religiously, the CrossFit sessions that leave you exhausted, the daily 10K run, all of them may be creating the perfect environment for severe hemorrhoids. When you perform intense exercise, especially weightlifting, intra-abdominal pressure can rise up to 300%. It's like squeezing a balloon. All that pressure needs an outlet, and hemorrhoidal veins are the weakest point. Every heavy squat rep, every deadlift, every forced sit-up is a direct attack on those delicate veins. But it's not just about lifting. High-intensity workouts cause massive dehydration. You might drink water during training, but your body prioritizes muscles over the intestines. The result? Dry stools, difficult evacuation, extra straining, a perfect recipe for hemorrhoids. Professional athletes have extremely high rates of hemorrhoids, but nobody talks about it. The problem gets worse with the no pain, no gain culture. Bulging neck veins, flushed red face, breath held under strain, these are all signs of extreme stress on the body. For anal veins, it's torture. Studies show that 85% of powerlifters develop hemorrhoids. That's no coincidence. Some exercises are particularly devastating. Leg press puts you in the exact position that maximizes anal pressure. Traditional sit-ups create sustained strain. Burpees combine impact with pressure. Prolonged spinning cuts off circulation and creates heat and friction. It's a complete arsenal against your veins. Improper breathing multiplies the damage. Holding your breath during effort, the Valsalva maneuver, feels instinctive but is catastrophic. It creates a pressure spike that can rupture vessels. Personal trainers emphasize exercise form but often ignore breathing.
A fatal mistake for an health.
Insufficient recovery time makes things worse. Training 6 to 7 days a week gives your veins no chance to heal.
Chronic inflammation sets in. Microtraumas build up.
One day you're squatting heavy, the next you're bleeding in the bathroom. An obvious connection the fitness industry prefers to ignore. The solution isn't to become sedentary, but to train intelligently. Low-impact exercises like swimming, yoga, and Pilates strengthen without destroying. If you insist on weight training, reduce loads, increase reps, and always breathe properly. Better to be weak than hemorrhoidal. Periodization is crucial. Weeks of intense training must alternate with lighter weeks. The body needs cycles of stress and recovery. Hemorrhoids are a sign you've crossed the line.
Listen before it's too late.
For those who've already developed hemorrhoids from exercise, take a 2 to 4 week break from high-pressure activities. Focus on walking, stretching, and restorative movement. Many report dramatic improvement with this simple shift. Gym ego is not worth years of suffering. The second major culprit is the epidemic of sitting disease, the routine of sitting 8, 10, 12 hours a day. Office, car, couch. The modern adult spends 70% of their waking days seated. For your hemorrhoids, it's a slow and painful death sentence. When you sit, especially on conventional chairs, your body weight compresses directly against the anal region. It's constant pressure, hour after hour, on the same already vulnerable veins. Imagine pressing a hose for 8 hours. That's what happens to your blood vessels. It's not a matter of if they will give way, but when. Heat is an aggravating factor that's often ignored. The anal area is closed off. Without ventilation, temperature rises. Heat dilates vessels, increases blood flow, but without movement to circulate. Blood pools, veins swell. Add tight synthetic clothing and you've created a greenhouse for hemorrhoids. Modern sitting posture is particularly destructive. Leaning forward, coccyx unsupported, weight unevenly distributed. Every minute in that position increases pressure on specific points. Ergonomic chairs help but don't solve the fundamental problem. Humans weren't designed to sit this much. Pudendal nerve compression syndrome is a serious consequence rarely discussed. The pudendal nerve passes right through the area that gets compressed when sitting. Chronic compression causes not only hemorrhoids, but chronic pelvic pain, sexual dysfunction, urinary problems. The cursed triad of the modern worker. Marathon meetings are especially cruel. 2 to 3 hours without standing, focused on discussions, ignoring the body's signals. Add the stress of the meeting and you have the perfect inflammatory cocktail. Many executives report hemorrhoid flare-ups after intense meeting days. Remote work has worsened the situation. No need to walk to the cafe, office bathroom, or another meeting room. People stay glued to their chairs. The comfort of working from home became a trap. Statistics show a 40% increase in anorectal problems post-pandemic. Gamers and programmers are a high-risk group. Sessions of 4 to 6 hours without a break are common. Intense concentration makes them ignore bodily needs. Many develop severe hemorrhoids before 30. The irony: creating virtual worlds while destroying the real world of their own body. The solution starts with a timer. Every 30 to 45 minutes, standing up is mandatory. Not optional, not, when I finish this, mandatory.
2 minutes standing, a quick walk, stretching.
Seems small but makes a dramatic difference. Circulation reactivates, pressure eases. A standing desk is an investment worth every cent alternate between sitting and standing throughout the day. Start with 30 minutes standing per hour, increase gradually. Feet may ache at first, but your hemorrhoids will thank you forever. A cushion with a central opening, donut style, may help temporarily, but it's not a solution. It's a band-aid on a structural problem. The focus should be on reducing sitting time, not making sitting more tolerable. Every hour less sitting is a victory. The third major culprit is the most underestimated: chronic sleep deprivation. The modern adult sleeps an average of 6 hours. Many boast about functioning on 4 to 5. Sleep is for the weak, they say. But for your hemorrhoids, lack of sleep is a sentence of perpetual inflammation. During deep sleep, the body performs essential repairs. Growth hormone, released mainly during sleep, regenerates tissues. Without adequate sleep, microdamage in hemorrhoidal veins never fully heals. It accumulates day after day until inevitable collapse.
Sleep deprivation destroys the gut microbiome.
Beneficial bacteria have their own circadian rhythm. Disrupt your sleep, disrupt theirs. The resulting dysbiosis leads to constipation, inflammation, gas, all factors that worsen hemorrhoids. It's a domino effect starting with poor sleep. Cortisol, the stress hormone, stays chronically elevated with sleep deprivation. High cortisol inflames the body systemically, weakens blood vessels, impairs healing. A sleep-deprived person lives in a constant inflammatory state.
Hemorrhoids are just one visible manifestation.
Water metabolism is compromised without proper sleep. Anti-diuretic hormone, which regulates water retention, becomes dysregulated. Result: subtle but constant dehydration. Hard stools, difficult evacuation, extra straining.
A vicious cycle fueled by sleepless nights.
Terrible food choices are a direct consequence of sleep deprivation. A tired brain craves quick energy, sugar, processed carbs, caffeine. All inflammatory, all harmful to hemorrhoids. You eat junk because you didn't sleep, you inflame because you ate junk. Blood pressure rises with chronic sleep loss. Blood vessels are under constant stress. Hemorrhoidal veins, already vulnerable due to their location and function, suffer disproportionately. Hypertension and hemorrhoids often go hand in hand. Poor sleep is the common link. Revenge bedtime procrastination, a devastating modern phenomenon. After a day without personal time, adults stay up late to enjoy themselves.
Endless scrolling, Netflix, YouTube.
Blue light destroys melatonin, mind stays agitated, sleep when it comes is shallow.
High price for fun.
Shift work is particularly cruel. Nurses, doctors, security guards, essential professions with sky-high hemorrhoid incidence. Constantly broken circadian rhythm prevents proper recovery. Society's heroes pay with their health. The solution starts with radical prioritization. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a fundamental biological necessity. Minimum 7 to 8 hours, non-negotiable. But I don't have time. Reevaluate priorities. Time spent treating hemorrhoids is greater than the time saved by sleeping less. Sleep hygiene is crucial.
Dark, cool, quiet room.
No screens 1 hour before bed. A consistent routine that signals the body it's time to shut down.
Chamomile tea, light reading, meditation.
Create a ritual that invites sleep, not forces it. If you identified with these 3 culprits, you're not alone. Millions of adults have fallen into the same modern traps. But now you know, and knowledge is power to change. Leave a like if you discovered your healthy or necessary habits were secretly causing your hemorrhoids. Every like helps this inconvenient but liberating truth reach more people. The real disaster happens when all 3 culprits combine, and this is the norm, not the exception, in modern adult life. A dedicated professional wakes up early, sleep-deprived, does intense exercise to compensate for a sedentary day, then spends 10 hours sitting in the office. It's the perfect protocol for developing severe hemorrhoids. The destructive synergy is mathematical. Sleep deprivation raises cortisol, intense exercise with high cortisol maximizes inflammation, sitting for hours in an inflamed state cements the damage. Each factor amplifies the other. It's not addition, it's multiplication of risk. Typical victim profile: ambitious professional, 30 to 45 years old, healthy by conventional standards.
Girati 5:30 di notte, office by 8 di mattina, works until 8 di sera, sleeps at midnight.
Repeats Monday to Friday. On weekends recovers, with even more intense exercise. Hemorrhoids become inevitable. Corporate culture glorifies this lifestyle. Early bird meetings, working lunches, mandatory happy hours. Sitting is default, movement is the exception. Those who sleep 8 hours are lazy. Those who don't train hard are sedentary.
Social pressure for self-destruction.
Technology has amplified the problem. Smartphones allow work 24/7. Laptops in bed destroy the boundary between work and rest. Smartwatches count steps, but you take them only between desk and bathroom. Fitness trackers show poor sleep, but you ignore it to hit your workout goal. Denial is a common mechanism. I'm healthy, I exercise. Ignores what kind of exercise. Hard work is a virtue. Ignores the physical cost. Sleeping is a waste of time. Ignores that being awake but sick is worse. Hemorrhoids are the wake-up call many people need. The good news: the cycle can be broken. You don't need to abandon your career, become sedentary, or sleep 12 hours. Strategic adjustments make a dramatic difference. A protocol tested by thousands has restored quality of life without sacrificing goals. First, redefine exercise. Trade intensity for consistency. 30 minutes of daily walking beats 2 hours of weekly CrossFit for overall health. Yoga, Pilates, swimming, they strengthen without destroying. If you insist on weights, use the German volume training method. Lightweight, many repetitions, constant breathing. Movement throughout the day is key. 1 hour at the gym and 15 hours sitting won't help. Integrate movement into your routine. walking during calls, standing meetings, always taking the stairs. Small, frequent movements, sporadic intense exercise. Second, revolutionize your relationship with sitting work. A standing desk is a start, but movement is essential. The 25-5 technique, 25 minutes focused, 5 minutes moving. Productivity rises, hemorrhoids decrease. A win-win ignored by workaholics.
Walking meetings. Propose walking for uno-on-uno discussions.
Creativity increases, hierarchy softens, health improves. Steve Jobs did this. If it worked for the Apple genius, it works for you. Third, sleep as a non-negotiable priority.
Set a bedtime and stick to it.
An alarm to sleep, not just to wake up. Treat your bedroom as a sanctuary. Blackout curtains, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius temperature, quality mattress.
Investing in sleep pays health dividends.
Consistent pre-sleep ritual. 9 p.m., devices off. 9:30 p.m., warm shower. 10 p.m., reading or meditation.
10:30 di sera, lights out.
Seems rigid, but freedom comes from structure.
The body learns, sleep improves, recovery accelerates. Strategic power naps.
If the night was short, 20 minutes after lunch helps. No longer than 20 minutes or you enter deep sleep and wake up groggy. Progressive companies have nap rooms.
If yours doesn't, your car will do.
Weekends aren't for compensating. Keep similar schedules.
Maximum difference, 1 hour.
Social jet lag is real and harmful. Consistency is key for a healthy circadian rhythm. Specific nutrition can mitigate the damage caused by the 3 culprits. It's not a diet, it's a protection strategy. The right foods at the right time make a dramatic difference. Pre-workout, banana with peanut butter. Carbohydrates for energy, fat for sustenance, potassium to prevent cramps. Avoids the need to push so hard. L-citrulline improves blood flow, reduces vascular pressure. Post-workout, protein with cherries. A powerful natural anti-inflammatory. Reduces muscle and vascular damage. Smoothie with whey, frozen cherries, spinach. Medicine disguised as a milkshake. During sitting work, constant lemon water. Hydration plus vitamin C for vessels. Fiber snacks, apple, carrot, nuts. Keeps the intestine functioning despite sedentarism.
Prevents end-of-day constipation. Strategic lunch, large salad with lean protein. Volume without heaviness, fiber for the intestine, protein for satiety without drowsiness.
Prevents the food coma that worsens afternoon sedentarism. Sustained energy without the crash. Pre-sleep, chamomile tea with honey, handful of almonds. Tryptophan from almonds, calming properties of chamomile. Prepares for restorative sleep. Avoids heavy dinners that disrupt deep sleep. Magnesium is a crucial, often deficient mineral. Relaxes muscles, improves sleep, eases evacuation.
400 mg before bed works wonders.
Choose glycinate or citrate, avoid oxide, low absorption. Omega-3 fights systemic inflammation caused by the 3 culprits. 2G EPA/DHA daily. Krill oil superior to fish oil for absorption. An investment worth every cent directly reduces vascular inflammation. The problem is bigger than individual choices. Modern culture has created a toxic environment for anal health. Systemic changes are needed, but they start with courageous individuals. Companies need to wake up. Employees with hemorrhoids are unproductive, miss work, use health insurance. Investing in standing desks, mandatory breaks, a culture of movement is positive ROI. Google and Apple already do it. Others need to follow. Gyms must evolve.
No pain, no gain culture is obsolete and dangerous.
Smarter training, focus on longevity, not just aesthetics. Personal trainers educated on risks. A healthy client is a long-term client. Normalize conversations about anal health.
Taboo perpetuates suffering.
If diabetes is openly discussed, why not hemorrhoids? Shame prevents early help seeking. The more we talk, the more we normalize, the more people take care of themselves. Education from an early age. Schools teach food pyramids but not proper anal hygiene. Teenagers start habits they'll carry for life. Early intervention prevents decades of suffering. Anal health should be part of physical education. The media has a responsibility. Stop glorifying workaholics, gym rats, short sleepers.
Show real consequences.
Celebrities with hemorrhoids should speak openly. Break the glamorization of unsustainable lifestyles. Ricardo, startup CEO, 38, I was proud of sleeping 4 hours, training at 5, working until midnight. I thought I was superhuman. Grade 3 hemorrhoids taught me I was just human.
I changed everything. I sleep 7h, do yoga, work standing 50% of the time.
The company didn't collapse, on the contrary, decisions improved with a rested brain. Fernanda, lawyer, 44, CrossFit was my religion.
The heavier, the better.
I developed hemorrhoids that bled after every workout. Denied the connection for months. Almost needed surgery. Today I do Pilates, swim, walk. I'm stronger than ever, without blood in the toilet. Marcus, developer, 29, life was a screen. Work, gaming, Netflix. Sitting 16 hours a day easily. Hemorrhoids at 27 were my wake-up call. Bought a standing desk, 30-minute timer, started jiu-jitsu, movement without excessive pressure. Life completely changed. Juliana, medical resident, 32, irony, I cared for others' health while destroying mine. 24H shifts, exercise to de-stress, 5H of sleep. Severe hemorrhoids forced me to stop. I renegotiated my schedule, prioritized sleep, gentle exercise. A better doctor rested than a sick hero. Carlos, sales executive, 51, traveled 4 days a week. Plane, Uber, meetings. Constantly sitting. Thrombosed hemorrhoids during a trip were a nightmare. I changed everything. Walking calls, video meetings when possible, yoga in hotel rooms. I hit targets without destroying my body. Imagine a world where adults prioritize real health over unsustainable performance. Where companies measure success by employee well-being. Where exercise is medicine, not punishment.
Where sleep is respected as fundamental. Utopia.
No, a necessary and possible future. Technology can help. Apps that force breaks. Desks that rise automatically. Wearables that alert about prolonged sedentarism. AI that optimizes sleep. Tools exist. Cultural change for mass adoption is what's missing. The next generation can be different. Millennials and Gen Z question hustle culture. They prioritize work-life balance. If educated about the real consequences of modern habits, they can break the cycle. Hemorrhoids don't need to be a part of aging. You are a pioneer of this change. Every conscious choice is a vote for a better future. Every open conversation normalizes care. Every company that changes policy inspires others. Revolution begins with courageous individuals. We have reached the end of this transformative revelation, but for you it is only the beginning. The 3 biggest culprits, extreme exercise, sitting marathons, and sleep deprivation have been exposed. They are no longer mysterious forces destroying your anal health. They are identified choices you can change. You have discovered that the modern, responsible adult lifestyle is a recipe for hemorrhoids. But you have also discovered that small adjustments make a dramatic difference. You don't need to become a monk or abandon ambition. You need to work with your body, not against it. The science is clear, the real cases are inspiring, the protocol is practical. What's missing is your decision. Continue down the same path guaranteeing future suffering? Or make courageous changes that your hemorrhoids and your future self will thank you for?
Remember, you are not just breaking personal habits.
You are challenging a toxic culture that normalizes self-destruction. Each change you make inspires others. It is a silent revolution of people choosing sustainable health over hollow success. If this knowledge opened your eyes to the traps of modern adult life, share it urgently. Subscribe now and turn on all notifications. Next week we will reveal the 21-day protocol that regenerates hemorrhoidal tissue using techniques private clinics charge thousands to teach. Show with a like if you identified at least 2 of the 3 culprits in your life. Every like helps this vital warning reach adults who suffer thinking it is just part of aging. You might save someone from years of unnecessary pain. And now, commit. Declare in the comments which of the 3 culprits you will eliminate first. Extreme exercise,
Too much sitting, too little sleep.
your public declaration creates accountability. Inspire others with your courage to change.
Final warning, sudden changes may cause resistance.
Start gradually but consistently. If symptoms worsen at first, it is normal. Your body is adapting. Persist. In 30 days, the transformation will be undeniable. Soon, you will look back in disbelief. How did you accept living with pain? How did you think bleeding was normal? How did you miss the obvious connections? But do not blame yourself. You were a victim of a sick culture.
Now you are a conscious survivor.
The 3 culprits have lost their power over you. Knowledge is your weapon.
Choice is your strength.
Change begins with your next decision.
Sleep more tonight. Stand more tomorrow.
Exercise gently afterwards.
Small steps.
Big changes. A life free from hemorrhoids.
Your healthy adult journey begins now.